Hey lovers, hey lovers. Welcome to Sacred Soulmates. I am your goddess Euphoria. A song dropped into my spirit as I was like shuffling the cards. Y'all know I read from chakras. If you don't know now, you know, from the crown chakra down to the root chakra. There are more chakras than that, but those are the ones that, you know, mainstream people understand and know and are working on. The average human being is working with those chakras and has not ascended past that. So that's where we level with people, you know. And as I'm shuffling the cards, I'm picking out, you know, what's what. Certainly by Erykah Badu. Certainly, certainly, certainly not me. Yeah, I know I do a if you don't know now, you do. I do an energetic playlist or an energy playlist under every reading. I put like music that's being channeled or that has something to do with the message. And that's definitely gonna be on there. Because at the top of the reading we have despondence. It's like somebody is not fucking with nothing you talk about, nothing you doing. They don't like it. But instead of turning their head and just going the other way, they're continuously tuning in still. So it's like obsessed. That don't like it, don't want you to do it, but can't look away. And it's like I'm getting evil eye. Like somebody wants, you know how they say, when something is like crashing and burning and you just can't look away, like kind of rubberneck, you know, thing is like somebody is almost like they looking at you hoping that something bad happens because they don't fuck with what you saying or what you're doing. They don't like it. What you used to call me on your cell phone, started wearing less and going now more. Somebody don't like what you're doing. They don't like the freedom you have. They don't like how you growing. They don't like how you expanding. They don't like how much self-esteem you have. They don't like how much self-worth you found. They don't like that you actually are high value. But look how much taller and how much bigger you are than this person. Like, you know, they off in the corner. All they can do is sit in the corner and simmer. So that's what's crowning the reading. Like, and maybe you've been feeling this energy. Like you've been maybe experiencing blockages, not so much to the point where it's able to like break you down or whatever, but it can be frustrating when you're wondering like, where's this energy coming from? Where's this blockage? Where's this restriction? Where's this fly like an ego and see no evil eye? Shout out to No Limit. That may have something to do with it, something about the verses, who you were around the night of that No Limit versus Cash Money versus something about where you were in that period of life when they were out and, you know, running the streets. That could be relevant. But it's like a clear, it's like you're a clear big dog. Like kind of the conversations that, you know, culture has been having following that verses about, you know, the difference between one leader and another. You know, the difference in how P took care of his people versus how the label, you know, maybe didn't take so much care of other people, or the drama and stuff that's happening on the other side. And the way that I'm even verbalizing this, even the way that I'm speaking this, is like either you're gonna give reverence and respect to something, or, you know what I'm saying, don't even really touch it like that. Like it ain't even really no need to call no names or something like that. And I feel like maybe that's the energy that you are in. The energy that you're in is that, okay, you know, I'm doing what I want to do. I'm living life the way I want to live life. If you don't like what I'm talking about, like we don't even have to acknowledge each other. If you're not fucking with what I'm fucking with, like we don't even have to perceive one another. But it's given that somebody is so obsessed with you that they go out of their way to perceive you. It's like, okay, you don't like what I'm doing, you disagree with what I'm doing, then turn around and go find something else to do. But somebody is just totally obsessed with like trying to police what it is that you're doing with your life instead of just moving around. Like everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but you thinking that you just gonna stand up, you know, over somebody's shoulder and just be like, no, stop doing that. You don't do that. We don't do that. It's like, get the fuck away from me type energy. Like, go bitch, go mind your business type energy. That's what's coming through. Again, you may have these. A lot of times people like this, like they'll just sit over and have that little nasty scowl on their face. I'm seeing like somebody is looking back at pictures or something, or somebody that you were around, whether it be a friend, because you know that can be a karmic twin flame in your life too. That can be somebody perpetrating like a soulmate or trying to act like they're your person, and you know, I'm in your corner on your side, but really they in the corner with a scowl on their face, hating, you know, from the sideline. It's given like somebody was going through their pictures and you found somebody, or you finally looked in the background of one of your pictures. This could be something that happened recently, and you see somebody was hating, or you looking back over like one of your reels or your stories or something like that, and you see somebody who's supposed to claim to be a lover, a friend, a support, or whatever, a confidant, and you look in the video and the evidence is right there. It's like, look how they looking at me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or like you catch somebody off guard in a picture, and then when you look back at the picture lately, you can see the disdain on their face for you, but they were caught off guard. So it's something about somebody being caught, like, smile, you're on candid camera. It could be somebody who is a feminine that is kin to you, like biologically blood kin, which we are finding out don't really even mean nothing. The red part of the blood ain't even the most valuable part. It's that motherfucking plasma. And plasma is a higher state of matter. It's a different state of matter. And some people, you just on a different state. You in a different plane of existence. You on a different spiritual realm. You hear from a different source. You know, this is somebody who would serve two masters. They think that they're a good person, but really they just be like trying to bring other people down. Like they have a hateful, hating spirit. They don't like to see nobody else excel. They don't like to see nobody else do better than them. And they ain't doing that well in life. They look very much so plain Jane. And, you know, they plain Jane and they mad at everybody who got a little razzle dazzle about them. So, like in the third eye chakra, mother of coins here, is like somebody thinks themselves higher than what they really are and feel like they have some type of authority or they have some type of ground or basis on which they can judge you. It feels like a keeper. Somebody is like a handler. That's what it is. It's somebody around you who want to handle you. And all that, like everything that you do, they feel like they are personally entitled to, you know, being able to keep what you do or to control what you do. That's what I'm saying. It's like a mother figure. It could be your own mammy. It could be, you know, a female cousin, a sibling, a sister. But it feels like some type of like female influence that is actually kin to you. If it's not a woman, it's a man who has feminine traits. Always in women business, always gossiping and stuff, talking shit about people, worried about how other people perceive him rather than doing his job and being a real builder. Is like that type of energy if it is a man. It also could be somebody was raised by a single mother, and this is just intuitive channeling here. Somebody raised by a single mother, and you didn't get a chance to have the relationship with your father that you wanted to have. So you didn't have male influences around you, and it's because that female was blocking that connection, either just making it damn near impossible, or, you know, trying to drag him back and forth to like custody, you know, court and shit like that, or, you know, moving away so that he don't have access to you, knowing that he have to work, so he can't be gone for long periods of time from the place, from his home space, because he has to get to work. Or, you know, knowing that he has limited transportation, or this person, it's some type of limitations that this person, that the female was aware of, and she would use that limitation against him to try to drive a wedge between the child and the father. So that's something that's also intuitively coming out right now. But the tables are turning on this person, whoever it is, who just can't find it within themselves to mind their own fucking business. Like things are starting to turn for them. They're starting to shift for them in some type of way. With this despondence, you've disconnected from this person. I don't know if you had to do a cord cutting, a bridge burning. On my other channel, 828 Prophecies, we recently did, or I recently did, a bridge burning ritual. And I do invite others who are experiencing the type of things that I experienced, that I laid out in full on that channel. If you're experiencing that and you're having blockages, and basically like somebody having put root work on you, then you are invited to join in on that ritual, as it is continuously ramping up. Everything I do is with, you know, precision when it comes to spiritual work. So it's not no messy, I got mad at somebody and decided I'm gonna do a ritual. I don't get mad at folks and go to poking at dolls and stupid shit like that, or go to cracking chicken bones and hiding shit under the bed. I don't do none of that weird ass dodo bird ass shit. It's very much so calculated, because I am a master alchemist. I don't just get mad. As a matter of fact, I don't do nothing when I'm mad. If I feel like I have anger with somebody, or if I'm displeased with something, I sit with it until I figure out how to transmute it and how to make that energy the best for me. You know, 828, that's where the name of that channel came from, because all things work for the good of those who love God and are called according to purpose. So I don't move in a ugly, low vibration, because that is not God's vibration. I sit with something until I'm able to raise myself into a God vibration, and then I move forward from that understanding. So you may have done like a bridge burning, a cord cutting, or you just, you know, block this person. You just decided you don't want to spend no time around this person, but because of the, like, that despondence, like somebody seeing you growing and they're still obsessed with you and still trying to like speak over your life or curse your life or send you evil eye. I do feel like something more strong is needed with the, you know, cord cutting, bridge burning rituals, stuff like that. But whatever it is, something is being reversed back onto these people. Those who, you know, sit high and look low. Now it's you. who is high, and what you have created or what you were doing, the same thing that they don't fuck with, the same thing that they don't align with, the same thing that they just could have minded their business and went on about, their life and created something different. If you don't like what I'm doing, go fucking do what you want to do somewhere else. But don't be over here in my space trying to tear down what I'm doing. And it's the energy of somebody who's been trying to tear down what you're doing. And they also tried to come in front of your relationships. How this relates to like divine soulmates and karmic twin flames and stuff like that is somebody like this who's sitting there watching you, obsessing you, especially if it's like a mother figure, stepmother, sister, cousin, auntie, whatever the case may be. They will start to affect the events in your life because their energy is like forcing its way into your auric field and disrupting things that should be harmonious. Where the wheel should just be turning, the gears should just be turning. It's like somebody sticking a wrench in your gears and fucking up the machine. It's like, it's like the universe is trying to bless you. And it's like somebody done stuck something, like somebody sticking a bar in the wheel spokes of your bicycle and locking shit up and you flipping off the bike and shit like that. It's that type of energy, but it's something that you've done, or you're starting to identify this energy. You're identifying the bad seed, the person who don't want to see your garden flourish. You're identifying that person and you're whacking that weed, pulling that weed up from the root chakra energy. And we'll go ahead and just jump to that, because at the root of this reading is the 5 of baskets. And whoever this is, this person is going to be in a state of regret. And they are in a state of regret. It's something about what you've built. They're mad because they weren't part of it, or they're mad because they can't take no credit for it, or they're mad because they fucked up something early in the game. I'm getting like the energy of somebody who judged you too quickly, or tried to sun you. Their envy, their ugliness, their ugly ways, I'll just say it like that, that ugly little scowl on their face, their ugly ways, they envy, their spite, their jealousy, their, covetedness, wanting what you have, those ugly traits about themselves, they showed it too quickly. Somebody played their hand too fast. They showed their hand. And you started to excel without them. You went on and started doing what you did doing without them. You realized that somebody wasn't really fucking with your game. You realized somebody wasn't really aligned with the road or the pathway, the spiritual journey that you were taking. So you decided to leave them behind. And then now when they see that you're growing and you're flourishing with the decisions that you've made, with the things that you're creating, with the way that you express yourself, now they want to just like sit up and always like try to insert themselves, trying to act like a handler. You want to come in at the ass end of my evolution and try to act like you had something to do with it. Like the beekeeper, you ain't had shit to do with none of that honey that was produced. The bees did that. You know what I'm saying? And usually the mother of coins is not like a negative, energy, but just you can't just go with one reading. That's the power of being intuitive. Like, how to sort these energies into what's being, projected during the reading. And somebody's like, they want to act like they're a caretaker, or they want to stake some claim to all of the abundance that you've created for yourself. This is kind of like an Empress energy here. We don't have the Empress card itself. We do have the Emperor that came out, but this is like an Empress energy. And it's like, it's clear to see, it's clear as day that you tapped into something that is beneficial to you. It's clear to see that you doing something that is enhancing your life, that is progressing you. It's clear to see that you're evolving in a beautiful and fruitful and abundant way. And somebody who is like, they got off the bus too quick. Somebody got off at the wrong stop, or, they allowed people to get in their ear, or they just, didn't have faith in you, or they just a bitter negative person. So they just could never see as far as you were seeing. Whatever the case may be, the alignment just wasn't there. And instead of just, going their own way, they decided to keep being obsessed with you, and even to the point of trying to act like a handler, like they got something to do with the fact that you're evolving right now. And it's like measures being taken, whether it's spiritually or whether you do it yourself, whether it's divine intervention or whether it's you, the work of your own hands, a little craft, a little bridge burning, a little cord cutting ceremony, you exercising your rights, rights, to ceremony, your rights to project energy in a way that it works for you however you want it to work. And in this case, you would want to get this person off over your motherfucking shoulder. Like, stop worrying about what I'm doing. If you don't like what I'm doing, go the other way. And now things are backfiring for this person. They may want to come talk to you about it, or there's just a lot of gossip, circulating, or the news is getting out about how somebody was trying to stop you or block you, and like they're being confronted. Again, I made this comparison. I don't know if it was on this channel or if it was on 828. Sometimes I be doing so many readings and I be channeling so much energy and giving so much prophecy that I forget which platform I put it on. In addition to me spreading it amongst my different social media platforms. But that energy of like how Candy handled Soulja Boy recently. And again, I love Soulja Boy. Whenever I said it the first time, I said it then that I fuck with Soulja Boy the long way. But he's just a man. And sometimes, we can get a little ahead of ourselves. And I love that he is able to humble himself when he know he's wrong. But sometimes you got to just, hey, let me show you something. And it's like that energy of you having to show somebody better than you can tell them. That's Taurus energy. Taurus full moon just passed. We have the energy. It doesn't just go away once the moon is out of exact alignment. That energy still lingers. So that Taurus full moon, in fact, that energy will be lingering until next Monday, because whatever Monday is a moon day. So if we had a full moon in the past week, the energy of that whole week is still going to be there until the next moon day. And then on that moon day, that's when you feel like the real brunt of it. And it starts to dissipate after that. If you didn't know, now you know. I be putting y'all on to this spiritual shit. But somebody is feeling it now. And you see those moons there? Like somebody is really feeling it. You could show them better than you could tell them. After that Taurus full moon, like I can show you better than I can tell you. Like you can sit back and you can hate on what I'm doing all you want to. But when you keep trying to like stick a wrench in my gears and trying to fuck up my plan and rain on my parade, like you make yourself susceptible. You lower yourself to me. At that point, you're submitting your will to mine. The will. Like the wheel of fortune and free will. When you go out of your way to try to block my free will, you give me permission to do whatever I want with your will. And that's what's like materializing to somebody right now, because they're falling from grace. And their fall from grace is being talked about. It's being talked about just as much as they couldn't keep their mouth off of you, just as much as they tried to like throw a wrench in your plans. That's what's being thrown in front of them, and other people are seeing it. Like they on basically a global stage. They on a world stage. Their fall is being seen. They sit high and look low. So you high enough where everybody can see you. Not everybody gonna watch your ass fall. Somebody's fall is being seen in a public way. Like ain't nothing secret about it. They hating is like low vibrational and secretive and stuff, but the way they falling is not secretive. In the heart chakra position is the 4 of baskets. It's like somebody just could not find it in their heart. Like in their heart of hearts, they are so discontent. They are so dissatisfied with you. They don't really like you. It don't matter how much they try to be around you and coming and acting all sweet. I think in the spiritual streets, they call it the honey trap now. Somebody trying to walk up on you and act like they swooping down and they won't be your savior, and they coming in at the last minute trying to act like they helped you to make all of this honey that's actually yours, when all they are is a keeper or a handler. Something about that movie Keeper, I think it's like a psychological thriller or something like that, a horror movie that either just was released or is coming out in theater soon. Something about those kind of themes of somebody like wanting to keep you, imprison you, enslave you in some type of way to make you their worker bee. Whole time you are the program. It ain't that you bigger than the program. You the fucking programmer. You're the designer of this program, and they trying to come and act like they did something. It's like the people, the man or the people, those golden arches, the golden color or tone of honey. McDonald's is coming to mind. The man who basically came in and put his name on McDonald's and became famous off of something that was already in existence. It's like somebody may have some type of like connections in law, or at the courthouse or something, filing documentation, or in medical, they can falsify medical records. Somebody on extremes. Not everybody is gonna relate to this, but in the extreme case that you have somebody who's really like lower vibrational, damn near demonic, with that despondence, somebody who's really 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 low. You see how much lower this person is than this person. For those extreme cases, like somebody would like falsify things to make it seem like you needed a handler, like you needed a caretaker. I'm getting like conservatorships and shit like that, trying to reroute your blessings, wheel of fortune, trying to reroute it to them so that you can't have it, trying to make it look like you were crazy, or make it look like you can excel without their help. And that's just them trying to create a narrative because they never liked you. They're so discontent with everything that you're doing. They don't like you, and they want what you're doing for themselves. They want people to not like you. That's what they can't fuck with nothing you doing, because at the heart of the matter, they don't like you, and they really just want to wear your personality. They really, all the attraction powers that you have, all of the, what is that magnetic energy that you have around you, they want it for them. They want to interrupt what you're doing so that they can pick up where you left off, and so that they can control the matters and get the money for themselves. It's envy, it's pride, it's greed, it's sloth, it's gluttony, it's all of those things. It's fully seven deadly sins. But somebody, they really can't stand you. I don't give a damn how much they act like they support you. I don't care how much they come up in your face with tears in their eyes and sniffling. Ain't damn tear fell. The sniffles dry as fuck. It ain't really no mucus or nothing in their nose. They not really crying, but they gonna put that act on. But I care for you. It don't matter what they say, that person don't like you. They don't like you, and they don't want nobody else to like you. They want everybody to see you in a bad light. They want to be exalted above you in all ways, at all times, in all shapes, forms, and fashions. And that energy of like feeling like they always need to be exalted, that's being reversed on them. Four of baskets. They're getting their energy, but it's in reverse, directed back to them. Because them giving so much energy to you, but it don't align with you, that energy got to go somewhere. And if you're not accepting their energy, it got to go somewhere. Right back to sender is where it's going. That full circle return. And they not liking how it's coming out. They didn't like you. Now they not going to like the energy returned to them. Because if they didn't like you and it was just I don't align with that, they could have just went somewhere else. The whole obsession thing, that's what's causing this backfire to be so loud and to be so ugly for them. Really, a lot of things are starting to happen for them that they don't want to happen, and they're constantly losing control. For this person, control is everything. With the strength card in this solar plexus position, that's their whole intention. What they use their will for, and your inner will is your solar plexus. Is like what you want to grow, what you want to do, what you want to project outside of yourself into your world. Is strength. They want to control everything. They want mind control over you. I got mind control over Debo. It's like somebody want to have mind control over you. And the way that I just quoted that scene in that specific line is like, nobody believed that Smokey had mind control over Debo. Everybody knows Smokey was scared. Everybody knows Smokey was scared of Debo. Most people were, understandably so. And it's like this person, whatever smear campaign they may have tried to put out about you, whatever wrench they trying to throw into your plans, whatever they doing to try to rain on your parade, it's like people are seeing it. Like they really don't even believe in what they talking about. Anybody who sides with this person is just because they don't like you either. It's because they some motherfucking haters as well. But all of that, trying to strong arm somebody, because really that's all it is. It's like somebody really trying to strong arm your energy. It's like, no, I don't like what you're doing. I'm going to take it for myself. And what you're doing, I could do it better. It's a lot of comparison, and comparison is the thief of joy. This person stopped themselves. They can't even be happy within themselves. They ain't even got nothing going themselves because they're so strongly obsessed with what you doing. Their strongest obsession is like negating you. The biggest energy in their life is going against you, being your opponent. And this is somebody who claims to love you, though. Somebody who claims to be family. Somebody who claims to be a friend. Somebody claims to be a lover. But their biggest energy in their life is opposing you. Despondence. They don't fuck with nothing you got going on. They don't align with you in no way. But still, they're obsessed with you because they want to take what you're doing and, edit it to their liking. I don't like what they're doing. I could do it better. But instead of actually doing it, they're just like, well, I'm just going to take what they're doing and I'm going to make it look like, it's me. I'm the handler. I'm the one who really needs to be receiving all of the, rewards and abundance that this other person is creating. It's so weird. People be peons as fuck. Like, this is real roach behavior. It's a very lack mentality. But it's a lack mentality, but somebody's still trying to control it. This person is in such a state of lack. They never satisfied. It's an insatiable person. Like nothing is ever good enough for them because they not the ones creating it. All they doing is like sitting back trying to analyze what other people are doing. And they never gonna be fulfilled by what somebody else is doing because you're not put in this world to worry about what the next motherfucker got going on. You put in this world to create. You're not here to observe, to sit on the bench and like rate other people. And for some reason, this person, they sit high and look low, but really you a low life and everybody else is higher than them. Everybody else is doing something. This person is like a sinkhole, like a ditch, a witch, a witch ditch, a ditch witch. There's a machine called a ditch witch that landscapers and stuff use, and businesses and contractors use when they need to like lay cords and stuff, when they need to cut into the terra firma, into the earth. And it's like somebody cutting, they want to cut into what you build. They want to cut into your world and like take what they want, like siphon out of it. Trying to control what you got going on. They can't even control themselves. They're out of control themselves. Their lower nature is in full control of them. Like their lower nature desires to steal, kill, and destroy. This is like a demonic person, a demonic presence, despondence, demonic. But here in the sacral chakra, we have the emperor. It's like something about how you move. You, even though they doing all of this, somehow you still move. You so quick on your feet. You so light on your feet. You still are so high vibrational. It's like without even trying, you know how to just like, it's like a fly. This person is like a fly, like a bug, like a roach. Like no matter how hard they try, no matter how resilient it is, you still ain't nothing but a roach. That's why they say like when the earth, you know, the world could end and roaches will still be alive. Like, yeah, but you know, it don't take nothing to kill a roach. You still a roach. It don't matter how resilient you are, you're a roach. A short life cycle, somebody cutting their own lifespan short because they won't get off somebody else's energy. Or somebody has like wasted a whole lifetime sitting on the bench, observing and analyzing other people, only to get to the end of their life and realize they ain't created nothing. They don't have no legacy. As a matter of fact, their whole legacy is of them just being somebody who you can't please. You can't do nothing to please this person. This person is not supportive. They're not a good person to have around. And that's going to be like that fall from grace. Or somebody who sat high and looked low. At the end of their days, looking back on the course of their life, they will see how everyone can see that they ain't shit to have around. Like, you ain't nothing nobody really want to have in a corner. You're not a good friend. You're not family. Even if it's biological, you really don't have the vibration of family. You ain't good for shit. It's like at the end of their life, they gonna have a whole bunch of like regrets. And really that's the root of it. They don't want to admit it, but there's like a desperation inside of this person. Like I have to make something for my life. I have to do something for my life, because they're already starting to look back and realizing like that the instances where they have to look in the mirror at themselves are already happening. And so they're desperately trying to cling to somebody's energy so that they can feel important, so that they can feel like they created some type of legacy. But they haven't. The only legacy that this person has, like basically this person's reputation is so in the hole. Like everybody knows how this person moves. We have the Strength and we have the Emperor. And these are major arcanas, and the Wheel of Fortune, major arcana too, but don't nothing feel major. Like I've never had a reading where I got all of these major arcanas, but the energy still feels so small. Like it every time they try to go big, every time they try to like, you know, explode as my dad would say, every time they try to like, you know, pop out, it'd be underwhelming. It's like underwhelming. That same energy that they carry within their heart is what's projecting outside of them. Their own dissatisfaction with themselves, their own discontent with themselves is what is projecting outside of them. They can't like you. That's why I say like they're not fucking with nothing you got going on, because everything that you got going on is abundant, it's prosperous, it's anointed, it's beautiful, it's fruitful. And all they got going on is a whole bunch of disdain, dissatisfaction, discontentment, a whole bunch of this. So all they can do is diss other people. Everybody who got something going better than this person, all they can do is diss them, despondence. They not fucking with it. They can't respond. They can't connect. They can't align. They can't resonate with nothing you got going on. So all they do is try to overpower what you got going on. But it's from a state of desperation. It's like they're trying so hard to create an empire, but they not the ones who built the empire. They ain't did no work to build no empire. So it's like, at best, you just seen as a hater. At best, you just seen as somebody like you trying to, you know, basically build your way up off somebody else's work. You're trying to strong arm somebody else's abundance. You're trying to strong arm somebody else's energy and bend it to make it look like it was you who did, you know, all the work. You trying to bend it to make it look like it's you who's the fruitful person. And at the end of the day, all they gonna do is just, you a cracked egg. Like egg on your face. At the end of the day, all they gonna do is have egg on their face. Because no, ain't nobody just letting you, anybody whose energy is this big and fruitful It don't matter what they had to go through to get into this energy of being big and fruitful. Maybe back in the day you used to allow this person to like overshadow you, or try to control what you're doing, or play mind games, or spread rumors about you, or maybe you didn't know, or we're just oblivious to it. Because not gonna lie, when you in this energy right here, you just be dancing and flowing and moving and making life happen along the way. You really ain't trying to look out and see who coming against you. I feel like you don't even have the energy where you be saying stuff like they hating on me. You don't even have that type of energy where you be worried about what a fuck a hater is doing. You don't give haters attention like that. And I'm going right back to that Candy, that Candy conversation with Soldier Boy where she just like real life laughing in his face. Like, you said what you said and you embarrassed now, but I'm still gonna laugh. Like, I could humble myself in this moment, but ain't no reason for me to humble myself. You went out your way to attack me. So I'm gonna laugh in your face while you embarrassed. I'm gonna laugh at you being humiliated. And again, love Soldier Boy. But that's what happens when you just going out your way to like, not saying that he did, but y'all know he go a little too far sometimes and just be raging and stuff. And maybe that's the energy that's coming across about somebody's raging, because within they know that they have not done no work to create no type of legacy. Their name ain't gonna be remembered worth a damn. They not gonna have a whole packed out funeral where people have a bunch of good things to say about this person. It's gonna be a bunch of folks at the funeral sitting around looking at each other like, God bless the dead. Well, it ain't gonna be nobody like boohoo crying like, oh, they were such a good person, they were so sweet. Like, I don't see this person. You know how when people get older and their family starts to come around them and shower them with praise and love, and throwing them surprise birthday parties so that you can really give them their flowers before they're gone. This person can't no flowers grow around this motherfucker because they too busy goddamn trying to control the bees. Can't nothing even be pollinated. This person, like, they're discontent with life. They're just like an ugly soul. They have an ugly heart. They have a jealous heart. A putrid spirit is like, can't nothing grow around them. Everything is moldy and outdated. They may have a bunch of like it's expired foods and shit in their house, or they keep trash in their room and it be having the room smelling. It's like a person who's dirty inside, so they dirty outside, and everybody knows it. Even if people don't speak on it, they know it. They know not to have this person around because they're a hater. And it's like somebody who had such a bright and beautiful energy, you may have just been so busy doing, being, creating, expressing, that you just didn't pay attention to this thorn that just insisted on following you around, pricking you. You didn't pay attention to this person who insists on following you around, throwing like, a wrench in your plans. And that type of energy is now being backfired on this person, because we just at that point of human existence where it just can't sustain itself anymore. That people like this got so out of hand that you fucking with nature itself. Like, excuse me, on a societal level, and I've spoken about this before too, both on 828 Prophecies and probably on this channel too, how you have a whole generation X, let's call it what it is. We have a whole generation of people who me. It's all about me. How I look, what I do. Yeah, what we used to do. We were the best. We the best generation. We the best. We the best. Gen Z can't talk about themselves. Millennials can't talk about themselves. Gen Alpha can't talk about themselves because the motherfucking Gen X gonna come up and we the best. We. But see, the whole time you so fixated on yourself and you ain't satisfied with no other progress that nobody beneath you or after you, because they not beneath you. Even though Gen X try to make themselves seem like everybody is beneath them. That same attitude is why you have youth now that are in such trouble. The youth don't even have elders no more. Because you got these motherfuckers like this who they all over your no, you don't do that. That ain't how you do it. Our generation, we did it best. You they do it like this. See, y'all kids these days, y'all don't know nothing, and y'all music stupid, and the way y'all dress is stupid, and everything you saying is stupid. What is a 6'7"? That's stupid. And you wonder why you can't get nobody young to listen to your ass. You wonder why they disrespect you, because they ain't got nothing but disrespect and despondence off of you. And that's like on a macro level. On a micro level, it's somebody right there in your vicinity, close up on you, throwing a wrench in all your plans. You can't even have good relationships because this person always It's trying to spread rumors about you, trying to talk negative about you, telling people who have interest in you, oh, they really weird. You really don't like that person. You really don't know them like I know. Let me tell you how they be doing. Like acting like they got some privileged information on you and trying to be your keeper, trying to be your handler. But then they'll turn around and get in your face and act like they just love you so much. The only time they come around and act like they're helping you, but really it's so that they can get a close-up look on your strife. They can get a close-up look in your business so they can see your weakness. And once they see your weakness, they use that and run and go tell it to other people to make themselves seem like they're better. Because this person ain't got shit going on. And they do it to everybody. Why people just keep letting this person around them? Because usually folks who have a good heart, they have grace. People who have a good heart, they just be like, oh, I don't really like that person. So, they just won't come around that person much. But who I'm channeling right here is like, it's almost like you don't have an option but to face this person. That's what I'm saying. It's like a female, like it could be literally your mother or your sister or your cousin, somebody you blood kin to. Or, it could be roommate, somebody who's close in your vicinity, but it's somebody like you're almost like forced to have some type of connection to them, especially with these trees behind, like family trees. So it's like, it feels forced. But at the same time, cord cuttings, bridge burnings work on family too. Trust me on this. Holding spiritual cord works on family too. Kendrick said, I cut my granny off if she don't see it like I see it. Somebody don't see it like you see it, so they need to be cut off.